What if one day, without warning, everything you loved was taken from you? Your children gone, your home destroyed, your wealth burned to ashes, your health shattered. What if the people meant to comfort you told you it was your fault? And what if God himself was silent? Would you still trust him? There once lived a man named Job in the land of Uz. He was blameless and upright, a man who feared God and stayed away from evil. Job was wealthy, 7 sons, 3 daughters, thousands of animals, 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 oxen, 500 donkeys. He was considered the greatest man among all the people of the East. Then one day, something happened in heaven that Job knew nothing about. The angels came to present themselves before God, and Satan came with them. God asked, "Where have you come from?" Satan answered,
"From roaming throughout the earth."
God continued, "Have you considered my servant Job? There is no one like him, blameless and upright, fearing God and shunning evil." Satan's response was cold.
"Does Job fear God for nothing? You've put a hedge around him and blessed him. But stretch out your hand and strike everything he has. Hand, he will curse you to your face."
God said, "Very well. Everything he has is in your power, but do not lay a finger on the man himself." One ordinary day, Job was at home when messengers began arriving, one after another, each bearing more horrifying news than the last. First messenger:
"The Sabaeans attacked. Your oxen and donkeys gone, your servants killed. I'm the only one who escaped."
Before he finished speaking, a second burst through the door.
"Fire fell from heaven. Your sheep and servants burned. I'm the only one who escaped."
A third ran in.
"The Chaldeans raided your camels. Servants killed. I'm the only one who escaped."
While the third was still speaking, a fourth rushed in with grief and horror.
"Your sons and daughters were feasting together when a mighty wind struck the house. It collapsed on them. They are dead. I'm the only one who escaped."
In a matter of moments, Job's world was stripped bare, his wealth destroyed, his household shattered, his beloved children gone. Job stood up, tore his robe, shaved his head, but instead of cursing God, he fell to the ground in worship.
"Naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked I will depart. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord."
In all this, Job did not sin. But Satan wasn't finished. He appeared before God again. Same question, same answer. Then God said, "Have you considered my servant Job? He still maintains his integrity, though you incited me against him to ruin him without reason." Satan responded with a cynical challenge.
"Skin for skin. A man will give all he has for his own life. Strike his flesh and bones, and he will curse you to your face."
God said, "Very well, he is in your hands, but spare his life." Satan struck Job with painful boils across his entire body, from the top of his head to the soles of his feet. Every inch of flesh screamed in agony. Skin blistered and cracked. Pus oozed from open wounds. Stripped of his children, his wealth, and now his health, Job was unrecognizable. He wandered to the edge of the city where ashes were dumped. There he sat alone, humiliated, scraping his sores with broken pottery. His wife looked at him with eyes hollowed by grief and said, "Are you still holding on to your integrity? Curse God and die." But Job answered,
"Shall we accept good from God and not also accept trouble?"
In all this, Job did not sin with his lips. When 3 friends heard what happened, they came to comfort him: Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar. They had known Job as a man of strength and wisdom. But when they saw him from a distance, covered in sores, sitting in ashes, they didn't recognize him. They wept aloud, tore their robes, sprinkled dust on their heads. Then they did something remarkable. They sat with him on the ground for 7 days and 7 nights. No one said a word. His grief was too great. Then Job opened his mouth and cursed the day of his birth.
Let the day perish on which I was born. Why did I not die at birth? Why did I not perish as I came from the womb?
Job's friends couldn't stay silent anymore. Eliphaz spoke first. No innocent man ever suffers like this. God punishes the wicked. Maybe you did something wrong. Job defiant.
You twist my pain into proof. I know my heart. God knows it too.
Bildad, your children, maybe they sinned. God is fair. If you were truly good, he would help you. Job shouting.
You blame the dead. You mock me. If God would answer, I'd plead my case. But he hides while I rot.
Zophar, stop lying to yourself. God sees your wickedness. Beg for mercy before it's too late. Job clung to his innocence. His friends acted like judges. Round after round of accusations. But somewhere beyond the storm clouds, God was listening. Then, after all the silence, after Job's cries, after the long speeches, the Almighty himself spoke. From the storm, the Lord answered Job. Who is this that speaks without knowledge? Get ready like a man. I will ask you questions, and you will answer me. God's voice thundered with strength. Where were you when I laid the foundation of the earth? Who marked off its size? Have you ever commanded the morning to appear? Can you guide the stars across the sky? Do you send the lightning? Do you give the horse its strength? God painted a picture of his power over the heavens, the seas, the storms, every living creature, from the wild ox to the eagle, from the mountains to the deep oceans, from the untamed behemoth to the terrifying Leviathan. Creatures no man could master. Can you pull in Leviathan with a hook? Who then is able to stand against me? After God finished speaking, Job was quiet. He felt very small. Then he said,
I am nothing. What can I say to you? I put my hand over my mouth. I know that you can do all things. No plan of yours can be stopped. I had heard about you before, but now I have seen you with my own eyes. I take back what I said. I am sorry for what I spoke in my pain.
Job trusted God's wisdom, even when he didn't understand his suffering. Then God turned to Eliphaz. You and your friends have not spoken the truth about me like my servant Job has. Offer a burnt offering, and Job will pray for you. They did as the Lord commanded. And when Job prayed for his friends, God was pleased. God restored Job's fortunes, giving him twice as much as before. 14,000 sheep, 6,000 camels, 1,000 oxen, 1,000 donkeys, and again 7 sons and 3 daughters. Job lived another 140 years, seeing his children and grandchildren to the 4th generation. At the end, Job died an old man, full of years. But here's something important. Just as Satan accused Job before God, he still accuses us today. He said, Job only worships you because you bless him. He twisted faith into a transaction. That's what the accuser does. He distorts truth, plants doubt, whispers, you don't deserve God. You've already sinned. Might as well keep going. Being faithful to God doesn't mean life will always be easy. We will face pain, troubles, and moments we don't understand. God's ways are higher than ours. His wisdom is deeper than we can see. Sometimes we won't know why things happen the way they do, and that's okay. When we hurt, it's okay to cry, to ask questions, to feel confused, even angry. But even in those moments, we are called to trust. May Job's journey remind you, you are never alone, and God's love is greater than any storm you face.